Hey there guys and girls, welcome back to the Build It channel, and we're doing some more bits on the 180SX today. I was cleaning up all the ancillary stuff, so your alternator, power steering, aircon and all those bits in the brackets for them, and there's been one bit that's been really bugging me, and that is that I still don't have a prop sorted for it. So no matter what we do up in engine bay, I still can't get the drive back to the diff. Yeah, I've been on the lookout for an S13 SL prop, or any S13 prop really, for quite a while, not been able to find one. I thought I had, so I picked up this one here, which actually turns out to be from an S15, so slightly different. And this one here is the original one from the 180SX. Now, can you see the difference? It's here. It's that this one, the original S13, has the bushing on the front part, and this one has the bushing on the rear, and those bushings aren't transferable to the other bits. So I was trying to figure out what I can do. Now, I came up with what might be a clever or a crazy solution. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll find out, and that is to hybrid them, to chop them up and make what I want out of what's there. Full spirit of Build It, right? That is, use what you got and build it. So my thought is that we could use all of the original auto prop, because obviously it's going to fit there, it's going to fit together here. The only bit that doesn't fit is this bit here into the box, and we chop here on the other one that we've got, and we chop here, we get the right lengths, and we weld them together. Sounds pretty simple. What can go wrong? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Let's find out, because I've had the idea now, so let's do it. Okay, so that is what the inside of a prop looks like. It took a full 5 minutes to cut through. I was starting to think it was solid in places, but it's actually not that thick. It's like a mil, 2 mil maybe thick on there. So the next thing to do is to measure up the inner diameter, because what I'm thinking I want to do is sleeve it on the inside. I'm going to put a tube in that its outside diameter is exactly the same size as the inside diameter of this, so that the two sleeve together and give a flawless connection, and that should be the thing that allows this rotating mass to be balanced. You know, balanced in the best form that I can make it. So next thing to do is measure that up, order some of that up, and then we'll, once as soon as that arrives, we'll start cutting the other one and putting these two bad boys together. Now, annoyingly, no one makes, this is a 72 mil internal diameter, no one makes a 72 mil tube. So what we've got is something that actually matches the diameter. What we're going to do is we're going to put a slit down here, gouge this out by a few mil, and then use it as like a springed pin where we can literally just clamp it, put the tube inside it, so that then will go a nice tight fit inside there. So first thing to do, chop this up. Okay, so with a few more cuts down the side just to inch it out a little bit, because I didn't know exactly how much I'd need. I think we managed to get to the right area. What happened was, when I had it clamped in the vise and I was chopping down, it basically made the end of here oval instead of round, because when you clamp it up, it's sort of taking away from one side of the material. But what I could do is I put these hose clamps on, because they are designed to give even distribution, and then clamp the top in a vise, and we can now see that that now fits perfectly within our drive shaft, and also that when we have got it in there and undo the clamps, it's going to expand to fill the area. So now we've got our welding holes in the sides here. The next thing to do is to put it together. So I'm actually going to try and push this all the way down into there. That still leaves plenty coming out the top for the other one to mate up to. Okay, so first trial fit, and wow, it's actually, this whole shaft section is a lot shorter than I thought it was. So what we're going to do, you can see up there, we're going to take this out, chop this down here, end up chopping this, and then that will give us enough room, because we can't chop our S15 one to sit within this because the knuckle and everything is going to be too close. If you can see, it mounts here, and then if you come down to here, you're going to be pretty much there by the time you mount it, and obviously we want a decent amount of this to be able to put the tubing into. So we'll probably chop this here, chop that other one back, and then get our lengths right. Right, so we've shortened that one up and got it up in place now, and that showed me exactly what sort of lengths I've got to work with. So this here, and I calculate that to be on this side of this cut here. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to shift that to one side slightly and cut this down, because we can always shorten it if we need to. And then we'll trial fit. We'll cut down the, here's the big tube. We'll cut down the big tube and trial fit on and just see how that looks with it without it welded, just with it held in place, and go from there. Well, I think that's looking pretty damn good as a first mock-up. So let's get the tube cut. So we've got the three pieces. So we've got the front piece here, which was from an S15. We've got the rear part here. We've got the rear part here, which was stock on the car, SR20 DE Auto, and we've got our roll pin to go in there. And I've also done the plug welds on the front half as well. The plug weld holds on there. So by the power of magic. Okay, you can see from this we've got our plug weld holds here, our tube in the middle. It's tensioning out nicely, nice and tight, and obviously we are going to weld all the way around the seam here and all these plugs in, and that will make it nice and secure. I mean, if you see here, for example, it is only welded, and around here it's only welded as well. So all going well, that should be a nice skew on. But the final test for it is, does it fit? So let's mount it up and have a look. Look at that, they're welding here and we are good to go. I might just bring out this gap a little bit just so we've got a tighter fit here. That's actually fine. I've seen much worse from people using different drive shafts from other vehicles. So let's zip that up and get it all in. Unfortunately, our welder is a little bit broken at the moment, so we're going to head down to Bob Dove Motorsports and borrow theirs just to get this all zipped up and in place while we wait for the repair part to come for that. Okay, so that is the prop shaft welded up, cleaned up and sprayed up. Next thing to do is probably to box it up, because we're going to send this off to get balanced. So if you've got any suggestions for anywhere in the UK that would be good to do some balancing on a prop shaft, let me know, because probably is worthwhile doing. Otherwise I think we're going through gearboxes and things like that if it's slightly out. So, you know, I don't think it's going to be that much out, but it's worth double checking for the price. I think it's like 40 quid for most places to measure it up. So that's the next thing to do, and then fit it on. I've tried it up and it does fit, so that's good. So once again guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and pop any comments down below if you've got any questions or would have done it any differently. A couple of different projects coming up this week, so you should see a couple more videos this week as well, but I'll leave those to be a surprise. I'm sure you'll see from thumbnails. See you soon. Yeah.
Raising the Tobagos, we growing like fresh tomatoes. Them boys on fire, too fuego. We pass it round, hot potato. Everything is nuevo. I'm with my sweetie like Quavo. Need my cheese, need that queso. Need my bread, need that bank.